let's talk about where to not get clients from. So if you're a coach, consultant, service provider, expert, you own an agency, you need clients. And you probably already know this. If you're not getting them right now, you obviously know the pain of what that looks like. You know, to be struggling and to be stressed out and to be uncertain, and when you put your head on the pillow to not be sure where the next person is going to come from. Frankly, that sucks. And so what I see a lot of people do is then take a lot of actions that not only are not going to work, but almost have no chance of working. So I want to tell you in this video some things to avoid. These are the worst ways I've ever seen to get clients, and a lot of people do them. So let's not do that. So the first one that is blogging. And blogging is one of those things that it's kind of like a tree falls in the forest. It takes a long time and a lot of strategy to actually build up any sort of residual effect from blogging, and it is a fuck ton of work. So what that means for most people is you're going to quit long before the 2, 3, 4 years it was required to make it to gain any sort of traction. And frankly, it's just one of those things that reward on effort is not worth it. If you enjoy writing and want to put out blogs because it's something that actually is a passion for you, by all means go for it, but do not use it as a primary means of getting clients, because it is a fuck ton of work and very, very little reward. Many I have met who are frustrated from blogging who didn't get there. Second thing is a Facebook page. People think, well, gotta have a Facebook page, people gotta know who I am, and they invite all their friends to go like their page. And the reality is, not only does that not lead to clients, people aren't perusing your Facebook page, but Facebook has, recently in the last year changed their algorithm such that, people don't even really see posts on a Facebook page anymore unless they manually click to follow it. You got to do it mostly through paid ads. The reach is dramatically lower. So you're going to put all that work into building an audience that is therefore not even going to see what it is you have to say. So like blogging, it's another example of tree falling in the forest. Next thing I see people do horribly wrong is they get caught up in certifications. They think, well, if I'm more certified, I'm more desirable to the marketplace, and they'll hire me. I actually recently worked with a lawyer who told me that in 27 years of practicing, who was spending $1 million a month on advertising, so just imagine the flow of clients he had, which is a lot, and said exactly 3 people asked him, where did you go to school? Where did you get certified? So 3 out of tens of thousands of clients that he's ever dealt with. It's a very, very small number. So if you want to get certified because you legally need to, or it's just something you would really enjoy having and it gives you a sense of accomplishment, by all means do it, but do not use it as a tool to think it will then lead to more clients, because it will not, and they will not ask, and they don't really care, right? When I go to the gym, if I want somebody to give me big guns like these, I don't say, hold on a second, can you show me 10 certifications? No, I just look at his big ass arms, and it's proof that he probably knows what he's doing, right? Next thing I see people doing wrong, let's start with the chicken scratch here, is building a website first and getting really, really obsessed. Not that there's anything wrong with having a website, but in the very beginning stages, I sometimes see people get trapped in the obsessing about their website and their logos. And again, for a website, nobody's going to see. So they'll spend sometimes weeks making change after change and little change. And again, they don't focus on getting people through it and getting them to sign up and getting them to progress and them to make sales. And what happens is they end up a whole lot of website changes and not a whole lot of clients. So that's a really sucky way of doing it. I would suggest you think of the simplest and most direct path, which is just find somebody who has a problem you know how to fix, connect with them, and see if you can make some magic happen. It is much more simple and direct, especially in the beginning. Another thing I see is people get caught up in SEO. If I can get #1 in Google, and I actually experienced this. I had an SEO agency. I've had many #1 Google rankings. It does get you business if you get there, but there's a couple of problems with it and why I suggest you don't do it. First is that it takes a fucking really long time to work. So you'll be at it for months and months and months of work before you'll see the residual effect. But the second much bigger reason is that you'll never be able to control 100% Google's ranking algorithm. And I've seen many people, if you do this long enough, had friends who lost $1 million a month businesses online because one day they had a really high Google ranking, the next day Google came out with an animal algorithm, knocked them down, and that was the end of their business because they hadn't thought of how to actually get people and recruit them without SEO. So yes, SEO works, but it is building your business on a foundation of sand, and it is a shit ton of work. So I would suggest you avoid it. And then the last is I see people begging for referrals. And that really sucks. Asking your friends, you got anybody, family, can you send me somebody? There are much, much more intelligent ways to make referrals work and to do it in a way where you're adding value to people's lives and they want to refer you and they see you as the best option and they're presenting you as a helpful resource. And those don't involve begging people, saying, please send me people, I need to make rent. So if you're one of those people who's stuck in one of those scenarios, Don't do any of these things, because they will not lead to clients, and even when they do, they don't lead to sustainable clients, such as in the case of SEO. You may be able to keep your ranking for 4 years, but do you really want a business that's going to last for just 4 years, or do you want to build one that can stand the test of time? So those are the 5 things you should not do, and I just flicked off a bug. Frankie Finn, may the force be with you.